My name is Shan, and welcome to my channel. If you do know, welcome back to my channel. Um, this is a story time about how I got pregnant by my side dude. It's not your usual story. It is a very true story. I am 35 weeks right now. Today makes it 35 weeks actually. It is a girl, and her name is Lauren. Um, Overall, let's get into this story. Okay. I was dating a guy for 3 years, but I broke up with him in May of 2015. We were going through issues, have been going through something for about a year. We have been breaking up off and on, off and off and off and on. Everybody, you get tired of that. You finally have a breaking point. Well, in July, I took the initiative to Zoom 3 hours and 30 minutes away from my hometown. The best thing ever. I started a new job, made new friends. Well, one of these new friends invited me to help her move out of her current living situation to a new situation. And I say a situation because that's what it is. But in the process of helping her move, I was introduced to a guy we work with, which I was kind of crushing on, I can't lie. Didn't really know much about him, hadn't really took the initiative to say, hey, such and such. Well, there, I did take the initiative to say all of that, and he asked me to kind of like take him somewhere, basically to just get away from everybody else. So I did. From that point on, we started kicking it and whatnot. You know, just kicking the shit. Anywho, about 3 or 4 weeks down the road from kicking it, I finally gave him my phone number. And yes, I'm weird like that. I finally gave him my phone number and we exchanged the numbers. Well, that led to more kicking it on a deeper level, like a Netflix chill kind of kick it, which I should have stayed far away from. Now, this is probably like August, like after my birthday. We hadn't really been anything major at this point, but after we exchanged numbers, we did become something major. We went into seeing each other a lot more, and that November I found out I was pregnant. Let's rewind a little bit. Let's go back. Let's rewind because I left some things out. So, okay. In between the time before I found that I was pregnant and when we started seeing each other heavily without a relationship, I found out this guy was living with a woman. Yeah. He had multiple kids. Yeah. He had another girl that worked with me.
This is why it's dangerous to date people who you work with. When she found out that dude had another woman, it was time for her to cut it off. Damn.
Yeah. So it was a triple threat. Somebody I needed to get rid of as soon as I could, but I didn't. Now, let's fast forward back to November. Okay, November 5th, I want to say it was either Thursday or Friday, I can't remember for sure. I go and see the doctor because I had been having a little issues here and there, and I was kind of iffy about what was going on. Now, I know my body well enough to know that it wasn't normal. So I took my little butt to the doctor, and when she comes back in the room, she tells me, she said, when was your last period? And I was like, October, whatever. 5 weeks and 1 day. It got really quiet in the room because me personally, I wasn't ready to hear that because I had my goal of not getting pregnant until I was stable. And at that time, I was not stable. I was so not stable, so far from it. Well, I hit him up and I told him the situation. And he goes, I figured you were. What? Huh? So I stay on the phone for a little bit longer. Then I finally go to his job and he comes outside and I talk to him and I'm like literally sitting in my car crying and everything because I'm distraught. checklist anyways. Well, he comforts me and consoles me and tells me it's gonna be all right, which it ended up did. It ended up being okay, but it was okay on my terms. I did end up coming back home, which he's mad about still at this moment. He feels like I'm taking his child away from him, which no, not ever, not ever. I would never do such a thing. I promise. I don't have any intentions of keeping her away from him. It was just I couldn't work at the time because I was so sick and I had bills to pay. So once my lease was up, I hauled my butt back home. Once everything gets back in order, I will go back. But like I said, it was a rough time for me. Overall, I wanted to bring you guys that story. It is, let me change that. It was a lot funnier thinking about it than it really is. So if you have a side dude or a side chick, be careful. Be careful. Now, like, I'm not saying he's a bad father because he's cool, but like I said, be careful. Well, I'm out, y'all.
Damn. So all I got to say is damn, because this chick right here was, you know, you can't, you know, you can't really feel sorry for this chick, man, because at the end of the day, she went off and had sex with a dude without a condom and wasn't no relationship. Netflix and chill. See, this is the thing. It's like it is really dangerous for women to play these games because women suffer the most because 9 times out of 10 they're stuck with the kid. Okay. You know, I don't know if that dude's paying child support. I don't know. Fact of the matter is he has a whole family. All right. With a chick that she worked with. So I think it'd be best just to like take this L and just move on. You know, it's kind of sad. I mean, that child has to grow up without a really in contact with her father. That's a daughter. Understand, this is a daughter. All right. People are going to get mad. Oh, why you had to bring up a black woman? Look, this happens in all ethnic groups. A lot of ethnic groups play this stupid game, you know. And the fact of the matter, she lucked out. Okay. And she ended up getting with a man that is actually going to be there for the child. So it didn't end up bad for her in that regard. But unfortunately, this is something that plays out within many lives, and that child is going to suffer. Remember, I put out a video yesterday about a man talking about how when you're sexually irresponsible and a child comes out of it, those children suffer, especially if you weren't a good fit. Neither one of you was a good fit to be in a relationship. You just jumped in the hay. You know, and the same thing happens for women, and women get it more because they're stuck with a kid from a person they may not have loved, and that kid may end up resembling the person that they do not like who has hurt them, and then that mother may end up abusing that child. Look what happened with Tyrese. Tyrese was traumatized, and listening to the Isley brothers brought back a memory of his alcoholic mother, who was a single mother, and everybody's clowning him for it. This is deep, man. I bring this out here for educational purposes and to show that how this is not a game. All right. A lot of women say it's my body, my choice. Well, yeah, it is your body and your choice. But when you get pregnant, now all of a sudden you want to blame men. Now all of a sudden you want to demand a man to pay child support. If you want to play that game. Some of you even try to play games and try to use the kid as hostage if the man really wants to be in the kid's life and do the right thing. That's a sad topic for another discussion. Hope you guys learned something from it. I got another one's going to come up on polygamy, and that's another thing that's I believe that will hurt children, much as it's promoted by both white and black. From what I've known it's promoted by black people. It's also promoted by whites as well, especially Mormons. Okay. And it's around the world, other different ethnic groups. For what I've known, that's more popularized. It's popularized by the black urban culture, black African culture, and Mormons. All right. This is these are live calls. Yeah, it's live. I could see you and see your comments and stuff. All right. Okay, so I'm going to go on to the next one. All right, which one is going to be on polygamy? All right. If you got any stories for me that you want me to do, you could email me at redpillman1988@gmail.com. Put it right there. Okay. People on my Podbean, if you wanna, redpillman1988@gmail.com. There you go. All right. All right. Took the red pill. Life has never been simpler. Yeah, man. Yeah. For me, the red pill has been about self-improvement. Okay. That's what the red pill has been for me. It's not about, hating women, blaming women for all your troubles and stuff. It's been about, for me personally, looking into myself. Well, what about me? What could I have done better? How could I self-improve to not make the same mistake again? Okay. How could I improve myself? That's what it is for me. That's how I see it. Not about bashing women over the head and they're mean. They're look what these big bad women have done. It's looking at different angles and to improve yourself. Okay, that's how I look at it. All right, that's how I see things. It's not about bashing women, because you're no better than feminists. That's how I see it. If that's the tool, if that's the route you want to take, you're no better than a feminist. That's how I see it. Symbolized tale saying, "Oh, I'm working on myself as well." Just working on yourself, then making women a priority. Yeah. Old saying goes, you lose a lot of money chasing women, but you never lose money chasing money, and that's what I believe that, the red pill benefits, not hating and bitter and hating on women and thinking that, you don't have to do any manly duties. Like, you pay for the date. I believe in paying for the date. I do believe that you pay for the date. Okay. And you're in control of the date. You could say like, oh, well, we're not getting that. We're getting this. Okay. If she tries to scam you and try to gouge you by ordering everything on the menu, you tell her, no. And you cut the date off. Okay. That's what it's about. That's what I believe it's about. The red pill, not bashing women, and also staying away from creeps who believe in like having sex dolls and stuff like that. That type of stuff. Getting away from stuff like that. That's what the red pill is for me. Anyway, on to the next story. If you like my content, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hard Talk Radio. See if I could get. Hold on. 1 second. Let me see if I can get a link to show you. Yeah, I'll just send a link. But basically, it's Hard Talk Radio. You can check me out with that. Let me see right here. Save the playlist. No. All right. Well, I got to get on to the next one. The next story I'm going to do. But it was great talking with you, Symbolized Tales. And we'll see you afterwards. Hold on a minute. Let's check something right here real quick. All right, later. Sorry, I'm just just checking out this stuff with Podbean. All right, on to the next story. Later. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Symbolized Tales. You can check me out on Hard Talk Radio, YouTube. Hard Talk Radio. Later.